God, message today. 2 hours, that's all. A message from Archangel Kyle. You felt it, didn't you? That strange tension pressing into your ribs last night. The air felt too still, as if time itself had held its breath, waiting. You tried to brush it off, but your soul knew better, because this is about Seraphine, and it's happening this Tuesday, in Eldrith Hollow, where the autumn winds speak louder than voices, and where your spirit has always known before your mind could catch up. Only 2 hours left. Not three, not four, just two. Heaven does not exaggerate. You will feel it before it arrives. Not with your ears, not with your eyes, but deep beneath your skin. Something will shift in the wind. The light will hit the floorboards differently. The room you are in will suddenly feel too small for the weight you'll carry. You won't know why at first, but you will remember this message when your breath catches for no reason. This was never supposed to reach you so late. But heaven's voice was muffled by your distractions. You were drowning in your own questions, the way people do when they want peace but are too afraid to lose control. Kyle has been watching, listening, waiting, and now he is speaking. There is a drawer in Seraphine's room. You know which one? The one beneath the lavender scarf she hasn't worn since last winter. Inside, a folded parchment, blue edges, her handwriting, the one she tried to disguise. She wrote it 4 times and burned the others. But this one she couldn't let go of. She folded it instead, told herself she'd never look at it again. You must look. You must open it. Not because it's betrayal, but because it's rescue. Her silence has been louder than most people's screams, and lately she's been vanishing in plain sight, laughing a little too loud, smiling just long enough to distract you from the storm behind her eyes. She's not who you think she is anymore, not because she turned cruel, but because she turned inward. Wounded souls can wear masks so well even angels blink twice. She has an appointment this Tuesday. She didn't mark it down. She feared you'd see it. She deleted the reminder from her phone, rewrote the message, then deleted it again. But heaven never forgets. Her heart is aching in the places she doesn't talk about, and the man, yes, him, his name has surfaced again. You've seen it before, in passing, on a screen, maybe even in your dreams. You thought it meant nothing, but it meant everything. And on Tuesday, you will see it again, in a way that steals your breath and makes your hands shake. Her lips won't say it, but her silence will scream. You are the only one who will understand what this all means, because you've been chosen for this moment, not your cousin, not your friend. You, you, because your spirit listens when heaven cries. That dream you had on Friday, the shadowed figure standing near the doorway, whispering something you couldn't catch. That wasn't just a dream. That was her spirit reaching out to yours, asking for help without saying a word. And you woke up sweating, not from fear, but because your soul recognized the weight of what was coming. Seraphine is walking into something she was never meant to see. Something dark, something whispered to her by someone who does not serve the light. A woman, older, who's been whispering lies like lullabies, convincing her that there's no turning back. This woman is not her enemy in the eyes of man, but in the eyes of spirit. She is an agent of distortion. She's told Seraphine, "You have no choice," more than once, and Seraphine started believing it. There is poison in her thoughts, but it was fed to her like medicine. She needs an antidote. You are that antidote. There is something in her satchel, the left side, under the flap. behind the mirror she never uses. A bottle, prescription label worn. She's been hiding it. She'll deny it the first time, but the second time, her eyes will betray her. Ask her anyway. She hasn't cried in front of anyone in months, but she's cried alone, in the bath, in the closet, on the kitchen floor when everyone else was asleep. The family knows something. One of them tried to tell you. Remember? Last week. They paused, opened their mouth, then closed it. They looked away, but their spirit screamed. That was heaven using hesitation as a trumpet. This Tuesday will shatter the glass, and if you do nothing, if you stay silent, you will regret it longer than you can imagine. The time for politeness is over. The time for action has arrived. She's not asking for a lecture. She's asking for your presence. Sit beside her, not across from her. Let your shoulder touch hers. Let her feel that you are not afraid of her brokenness. Let her know that someone sees her. There is something written on her bathroom mirror, not in marker, but etched with a fingernail, just faint enough to miss, unless you're looking. Go look, behind the lotion bottles, above the edge. The same word, 4 times. That word is the anchor of her pain. Decode it. Say it back to her. She's been waiting for someone to hear what she could never say, and that someone has always been you. Your dreams have grown darker. You've stopped finding joy in the things that once made you laugh. That's not coincidence. That's spiritual tethering. Her grief has been brushing against your joy. You've been tasting her sorrow without realizing it. Even your dog, yes, that one, has been restless, barking at corners, waking you up at strange hours. That wasn't just anxiety. Animals feel what we ignore. The wind at 3:27 a.m. That wasn't random. That was divine timing. You are living inside a sacred countdown. You've been chosen as the one who will stand between her and a decision she can't undo. Not because you're perfect, but because you believe, even when it hurts. There are voices in the hallway. You've heard them. Lately, they've grown louder. That's not imagination. That's intercession. Heaven cannot wait anymore. The ticking grows louder. Every second is a soul's cry. Every moment is an opportunity for rescue. When she looks at you on Tuesday, she will not know that you already know. But you must not wait for her to ask for help. You must reach, speak, love, even if she screams, even if she says she hates you, even if she cries and says you've betrayed her, because it's better than the alternative, better than silence, better than never seeing her again. This moment is yours. Take it, hold it, live it, because time is running out. 2 hours, that's all. She was never ordinary. A message from Archangel Kale. In the quiet places of the soul, long before the cries ever left her lips, the wishes she thought were foolish were already being heard. Heaven heard them, stored them, counted them. Every tear that never touched her cheek because pride forced it back, gathered. Every ache disguised as strength, catalogued. Every whisper of hope, quickly silenced by fear, recorded. Nothing went unnoticed. And now, as the winds shift over the hills of Lysaria, the time has come. For her, for you. This Tuesday is not ordinary. It never was. It's not simply another date on the calendar. It is a crossing, a threshold, an unraveling of the false identity she wore like armor, and the revelation of who she truly is underneath all the pain. Her name is Kalyan. She doesn't even fully know what she carries. The calling, the grace, the divine inheritance buried beneath years of silence and survival. She denied it, tried to tuck it away behind routines and small talk, but heaven doesn't forget what it plants. And now, the seed that's been hidden is breaking open, right on time. This won't come with a trumpet. It will be soft, almost unnoticeable, unless you're watching. It might slip out of her mouth mid conversation, an unexpected sentence that lingers in your chest like incense. Or it might be the way her voice hesitates, cracks ever see. That's the moment, the spark, the first flicker of awakening. Don't miss it. You were created to witness it. You, named Soren in the course of light, have been positioned beside her, not by coincidence, but by divine strategy. You are not just her support, you are her spiritual midwife, her intercessor, her reminder. Kyle speaks now through this moment, because your role is far greater than you imagined. This Tuesday marks a spiritual divergence. What once seemed like delay will be seen as preparation. What once felt like unanswered prayer will now make sense. There was a man, from her past, not recent, but significant. He doesn't return in person, but he returns through memory, through a conversation, through a name mentioned in passing. That memory is not torment, it's testimony. It is heaven's way of reminding her of the chains she broke and the strength she carries. You will know when it happens. You'll feel the cold rush before it even comes up. Your spirit will shift. She'll pretend it doesn't affect her, but her hands may fidget, her jaw may tighten, and in that moment, do not remind her of her trauma. Remind her of her triumph. You were prepared for this awakening. You've seen signs before, repeating numbers, sudden tears, that dream you had where you were standing at a river's edge and she was on the other side, calling your name but not moving her lips. That was not symbolic. That was prophetic. She was already reaching out. You will recognize the dream she's about to have. Starting Tuesday night, dreams with symbols only you will understand. She may describe one to you in fragmented sentences. She may even brush it off, claiming it was just strange. But your spirit will know better. Don't explain them to her right away. Just listen and pray. This is not just about her healing, it's her commissioning. She's being sent, though she doesn't realize it yet. And your prayers will be the wind beneath her wings. There may be a medical detail that emerges, a lab result, a file pulled unexpectedly. There may be a confession whispered behind a closed door. There may be a piece of paper, legal, signed, sealed, that changes everything. These things will not be random. They will be divine. You will see people leave her life this week. Don't panic. That's not punishment. That's pruning. The withering branches must fall before the blossoms come. And the silence she walks into, that's not abandonment. That's consecration. Pay attention to the names that appear on her phone, the messages that come at odd hours, the individuals who suddenly invite her into their spaces. God is realigning her atmosphere. This is spiritual surgery. You might feel tension in your chest this week, a heaviness in the room. You may wake in the middle of the night for no reason. That is your spirit aligning with heaven's assignment. Pray then, not in fear, but in faith. The angels of El Raya have already taken their positions. They surround her now. She may not see them, but she'll feel them, especially near mirrors, especially near windows, especially in that room she refuses to enter after sunset. That room holds memories, but it's about to hold miracles. She will cry this week, not from sadness, but from the sheer overwhelm of realization. Her soul is surfacing, and when it does, you must not look away. Let her break. Let her rebuild. There will be resistance, an old voice, maybe even someone she trusted. They will try to tether her to her old identity. She may hesitate, doubt, flinch. That's where you come in. Hold the line. You were not chosen because you were the strongest. You were chosen because you never gave up on her when she gave up on herself. You are the one who whispered prayers into your pillow when no one saw. The one who stood in the spiritual hallway while she slept in fear. The one who waited faithfully as time seemed to forget her. But time didn't forget. It matured the miracle. And now it's time. You might not feel ready. You might feel unqualified. But heaven says otherwise. You've been trusted with this moment. And when she walks through that unseen hallway on Tuesday, when she makes that choice you won't be able to reverse, you must remember, your prayers walk with her. Your faith creates the path under her feet. This is her new beginning, and yours too, because through her awakening, your assignment unlocks. There is a notebook. She hid it under the floorboard in her old room in the house in Lioren's Crossing. You thought it was lost. It wasn't. Inside it is the name she tried to forget, the one God is now redeeming. Heaven does not expose to shame. Heaven exposes to restore. There is no coincidence, only alignment. Every sigh, every delay, every divine pause, it brought you both here. And now, as the winds stir over the land and the light shifts through her bedroom window, something sacred has begun. This is holy. This is the time. Only 2 hours remain before the veil thins completely. Are you listening? Then rise, because the call has gone out, and you, beloved intercessor, were always part of the plan. Type yes if you believe in Ode. Type 11 on 11 if you believe in God.